What's up, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to episode 3 of the 4K podcast. I'm Cliff. I'm here with Ricky, Danny, and Marcus once again. What up, everybody?
Yo.
All right, let's jump straight into it, guys. A quick question I wanted to ask you guys. Did y'all hear about the Drake story?
All I heard was something about a chick.
You mean Saucy Drake?
Hot
sauce Drake? Yeah.
All right, so to recap the story, pretty much what happened is he met up with some IG model, and they partied, got drunk, whatever, went back to his hotel room. He asked her if she wanted consensual sex, and after they finished, he took the condom, went into the bathroom, poured hot sauce into it, threw it into the garbage, and then she proceeded to go fish it out the garbage and try to put it up inside of her to get pregnant, and
that's the story.
Messed up her whole insides.
So he beat you to the punch, and you mad?
Yeah, and she just for whatever reason was trying to sue him.
I was so confused.
I think that's what it was. That's why I ain't care to read the story.
How do you sue a man for that, though?
So my question is, was it Frank's? You put that shit on everything?
But that's the craziest. I mean, he's smart for that, though.
Nah, that's
Drake ahead of his time.
And
he not taking no L's, bro.
Nah,
you're not about to catch me. Nah.
But to think someone would really go and like fish your stuff out the garbage and try to still put it up in her.
You're the number one man in the world right now,
right?
Yeah, she want that money.
She ain't stupid.
She trying to make it come up.
It ain't about,
but she looks stupid.
The sad part is it ain't about you. Right, you look stupid because you ain't even thinking like you trying to bring a human into the world. You thinking about a paycheck.
Yeah,
that's exactly.
Crazy.
All for one night.
All for one night.
Fuck the kid. Fuck the kid. Fuck the daddy. All you seeing is you trying to get you a little check or whatever, or whatever, a little come up. That's crazy, bro.
That's how it be, though, man.
Shout out to Drake, man, for not falling for that too.
Yeah. Shout out to Drake for being an innovator.
Yeah.
Right.
Everybody gonna try that now. carry hot sauce.
Hot sauce, barbecue sauce, something.
Niggas who got $12 gonna start putting hot sauce in the condom.
Spicy Alfredo.
Got it in the holster. Shit. Not today.
Cliff, what it is? Bechamel.
Bechamel sauce.
Bechamel sauce.
Yeah. And y'all seen the thing about Kanye too?
Which one?
Kanye. Which one?
He got upset. Some dude was asking for an autograph. He
he
punched some dude in the face. Some fan asking for.
That ain't the first time though.
Yeah, that's true.
But I just seen a video. He was coming out of somewhere, and some chick had a dirty ass Yeezy slide, and she was like, "Can you sign my slide?"
I saw that,
and he signed it though. He's like, "Yeah, walk with me."
Is it the dude he laying on the ground like he just laying? He's like on. I seen a picture of dude. He's laying on the sidewalk, just
Kanye was spazzing out.
I didn't see that.
It's a picture of a dude just laying on the sidewalk, like he purposely, like he wasn't gonna get up until somebody seen him.
Yeah.
Apparently there's
a
video
check,
the same thing. Like how he touched me.
I'm not mad at you, guy. You trying to get a check for it. I'm not mad at you.
That's another person trying to get a check. That's hey.
Get a check.
Not mad at it at all.
You gotta do what you gotta do. Kanye swing on you, hey.
But whatever's going on with him and Kim, they going through some stuff.
They wilding out. He was just wilding out today.
Man.
Yeah.
That's kind of. That's just. I don't know. That's just a.
Hold on. I gotta ask y'all a question.
We'll probably never answer.
Yo, listen. How Pete Davidson getting all these women, bro? Like.
That's what I'm
Pete
saying,
Davis,
bro. That's
all people like.
He got some swag.
Not even that, Danny. He must, bro. It's a picture of him at dinner with them. I think like a year or two ago.
Yeah, and Kanye was there. I think Drake was there.
That's weird, right? They say you make a girl laugh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yo, that must be true, bro. Because he looks homeless.
I mean, he got his issues, but I guess he got the right kind of issues for her or something. I don't know.
You make her laugh. That's probably what she needs. She probably you got to think if Kanye has all this, bipolar and all this other stuff going on, they got kids, business, family, etc. She probably just drained and tired of that. I'm not taking sides, but you always got to look at it from both angles. I'm pretty sure she's tired of him spazzing and just wilding out, just crazy shit, and I'm pretty sure he tired of her trying to make him like a publicity stunt or whatever the case may be. But
that's a good point.
Yeah, but he got a lot of girls under his belt that are like tens, like a lot.
But
he was with Kate Beckinsale, all of them.
He's different from
typical.
He's different from everybody who they normally date.
Well, not only that, Rick, I don't think he ever gonna find nothing. I'm not disrespecting women, but Kanye is not gonna find.
No, I'm talking about Pete.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Pete is different from everything that all of the chicks he bagged. They used to.
Yeah, most definitely. Nah, then you date a singer. What's her name?
Ariana.
I mean, that's up there, ain't it?
Nah, she was dating Big Sean, wasn't she?
Oh.
No, don't give me the line.
I think so. No, that's Janae. Janae Aiko. Ariana Grande was dating Mac Miller.
Yeah.
That's the last famous person I remember she was dating.
Yeah.
But back to Kanye, what I was saying was, I thought you were saying Kanye, Rick, but Kanye will never, if he does, I mean, good for him. I don't think he will ever find somebody with his caliber of a thought process. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That's
like, I don't think
that's just a way to put it.
Oh boy, drop the
or his genius way of thinking. Like I don't think he, that might be really what he really probably needs, but
that can make sense.
Because I don't know, it's just Kim Kardashian. That's the whole. Don't get me wrong, she's smart, because she's smart in a marketing sense, because she knows how to sell something, but Kanye I don't think he was needed that, and I don't think he was looking for that at the time. I think he just went with the flow, I guess you could say.
So he needs Beyonce to his Jay-Z, I guess.
Sure.
I mean, hopefully you can find it. Who knows?
Right.
Funny question about Beyonce and Jay. Do you think they split bills in their relationship?
They don't care about that shit, bro. They pretty much billionaires. What's a bill?
They don't know what that is yet.
But my thing, like when they go out, do they have the discussion like, oh, who's picking up the tab this time or whatever?
He probably do.
Yeah, he probably does. Sure. But you got to remember too, when you're at that stature, are you really paying for your meal when you go somewhere?
Probably
that's true.
Not.
That's the crazy part too.
Because remember they showed the bill and they was like Hov was like everybody thought Hov paid for it, but his man's really paid for it. I can't think of his name. Oh man,
Tata?
Juan. No, not Tata. Juan. It was like a $50,000 bill at a restaurant.
And they had him pay for it.
They thought Hov paid for it, I believe, and Juan really paid for it.
That's genius marketing.
That's genius marketing, because not only that, it's showing that I don't got money, but my homeboys got money too, so I don't gotta pay for it.
Yeah.
I mean, I think
even though I got more money than them.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, they still in a relationship, so I'm pretty sure she probably like, yo, babe, I got this time. You know what I mean? Like that shit ain't nothing to them anyway, so they probably just like, I got it this time.
They don't think about no bill, bro.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
What they said, what's the meal to a billionaire?
Yeah.
They ain't looking about no bill, bro. They probably don't look at their monthly bill at their houses and all that. They got counts for that. Yeah.
That's a good question. So, do y'all split bills in your household?
Yeah.
Danny?
Yeah. 50-50? Yeah, of course. Who don't? 50-50?
I mean, there's a lot of people that don't actually.
A lot of people don't, yeah.
But
no, we do though.
Look at it, right? I feel as if, like I said earlier when we talked about it, this is not, back in the day where, women needed a man to pay every bill and do everything. There's a lot of women in this world making more money than men, even though men hate it. I love it. It don't bother me.
Right.
Even with power, I love it. It don't bother me. But times is changing to where women are making more than men. Simple as that. And honestly, in almost any only field that I could think of is probably sports. That's not up there. Because I just
Right.
seen what Candace Parker made, and I'm like, damn, she only made 5.7 million
Yeah,
supposedly.
nothing.
But I feel like times is changing. One, two, you can't be mad at it. Three, you just got to come to understand, especially if you're in a relationship.
I think
Especially if
more
I take
women are
that back,
more
especially if you're
independent now.
married. Oh yeah, most definitely. Because I feel like they have more.
You thought what, Danny?
No, I was just saying I feel like women now, like they
Say
got
it
this
again.
sense of. I said I feel like right now, like women got like a sense of empowerment. You know what I mean? It depends on who's the girl you're with too. Like if you're with somebody who's a slacker, you know what I mean, that don't want to work or anything. I mean, obviously, what bills is she gonna split? You know what I mean?
Nah, you
There's
can't
still
help
women like
that.
that out there. Yeah,
But right. And I think that
Trust me. Goddamn.
I think that it's one of them things where you got to sit down and talk to them about um on both ends. You know, you might make more than her, she might make more than you, whatever the case may be, or it's just one of them conversations you got to have a game plan, especially when you're married, especially when you're in a serious relationship, especially when you live with each other. Like a nigga is not about to pay your car note, his insurance, your insurance,
yeah.
rent,
If you don't got it, yeah.
food, probably got a kid, daycare, clothes, electricity, insurance, health insurance,
I think we get
cell
it,
phone. You're
Marcus.
not about to. Nah, that's
Right.
that's not
He's going off.
Marcus is just
I'm
going
saying
there,
though, but
naming all of his
there
bills.
are women out there who are looking for that though.
You said
Yeah.
what? Say that again, Rick.
There are women out there who are looking for that though.
Yeah. I mean, it always you're gonna have your
And a lot of them
percentage
feel
off.
like if you don't pay all the bills, then
Then you a dog.
yeah, you
Nah,
deadbeat and
you could
you're
kick
not.
rocks. Cause guess what? I'm pretty sure your daddy wasn't in your life. I hate to say it that way. I'm pretty sure your daddy didn't buy you nothing for your birthday
Nah,
or
it could be
whatever
a
the
little
case may be.
different. Well, I
No,
don't
but
think that.
most
It
no
could be different
no.
though.
I take it back.
Yeah.
No, you're right. You're right. It could be different, but 9 times out of 10 they're like that.
Yo, listen.
Because their daddies could be the ones who spoiled them and trained them to feel that way too.
Yeah, feel that
Yeah.
way.
No,
Yeah.
you're right. But 9 times out of 10, from what we know, come on now.
This.
So, yeah, what do I think about things being more proportionate? As far as like, if the guy's the breadwinner, he'll pay 60, she'll pay 40, that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
That's
we
nothing
can
wrong
have
with
fine.
a
that.
convo. Yeah,
I mean, if I'm
I give you
making
my check.
double of what you making, then yeah, that's cool. But
Yeah, right. It may gotta make sense. Right.
I mean, because more or less that's what I practice and stuff like that. Like, if I'm making whatever amount more, then I'm paying whatever. We don't let you sit there and calculate it, but I'll look at,
Right. If it
I'll
makes
pay the
sense,
higher bill.
right,
Yeah, that's
right,
what
right,
you
correct.
right,
pay
right,
I'll
attention
pay
to.
the
How
car
much you
note,
pay
you pay the
attention to.
insurance, and that kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that at all.
I don't know.
That's interesting.
There's a you see all over social media. There are a lot of women who feel like the man should be paying for everything.
And
Nah,
that's an example of the double standards and the gender bias that are
right,
huge in society.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been in a situation like that, and I've seen it from the moms too, and I'm just like, no wonder why y'all don't have no man in your life. I hate to say it that way, but it's just like, stop thinking like that because men don't think like that no more. Like, prime example, she used to always be like, "Oh, where's my flowers? Where's my flowers?" And I'm just like, "Huh? Like,
Yeah.
let me get a chance to do it on my own. Like, you make it seem like you can't live
Hold on.
without him or something."
So is that like is that something you guys could spot out early though? And let's say like it was a bad chick, like would that affect your decision, like getting with her, or like, you know what I mean, pursuing that
Well,
relationship?
I mean,
If she wanted us to pay for everything,
Yeah, everything.
Oh no, she did. She did.
In the beginning, you might entertain it, but
yeah.
how long can you keep up that facade? You know?
But
Right.
you can see it in the beginning though too. You know, true
Yeah,
colors.
because in the beginning, you can just see it as I'm courting her, or
Right.
But just like you said, she was talking about the flowers. I think that's something that
I
they
didn't
won't
peep
be
it
able
till
to. I was gonna say, I feel like that's something they can't hide. Like if that's who they are, that's who they are. You gonna see it.
No,
Like, you know what I
but you know
mean?
what it was, Danny? It was so consistent. It was just like damn, you just about yourself. You ain't, you know, you ain't, all right, that's it. That's all you care about? Like, God damn, all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I mean. For me, I
Nah,
never been
you could
been with a
tell,
woman like that.
it was, that's a turn off. It's
yeah.
just like, damn,
Absolutely.
that's what you worried about. Like, that was the convo all the time. Like, that was always brung up. And I'm like, that's it. That's gonna make you happy. Just that, damn. I
Yeah,
can't think of it on my own. Because sooner or later you're gonna water it down to where when I do it, you don't want it no more.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I was gonna say that's the good thing.
Nagging on and nagging on.
I was gonna say that's a good thing. Like I feel like
Yeah.
now the times is totally changing. Like I feel like women want more for themselves. You know what I mean?
Which
And
they should.
yeah, which they should. You know what I mean? But I feel like it's a lot more sense of independence than it was obviously back then when, you know, women wanted
And
to
I mean,
be the
social
housewife and
media
all that.
to blame. Right. I think it's social media
Yeah,
to
yeah,
blame too,
definitely
which is
social media
it's a
too.
good, right. It's a
Yeah,
good and it's a
definitely.
bad. It's a good and it's a bad because now you know your worth, which is nothing wrong with it. But
So, from a woman's perspective, how would you
we
think
can't. We're
or
not
feel?
women. We can't
I
answer
mean, you
that.
could try to walk in the hills, the red bottoms for a
I
little
mean,
bit.
they've been through a lot, especially if
And forms of what,
if
Cliff?
you have a child with one or whatever the case is. They've been through a lot.
In sense of if you were a woman, would you want a man to do all the bills, or do you want to flex your independence and
Nah,
split it? Or
it'll be
We
split.
can't answer that from a woman's perspective, but let's answer it from a man's perspective.
Right.
If your chick was telling you, yo, she gonna pay all the bills, how would you feel? Are you gonna tuck in your tail?
Duck ass nigga go tuck their tail in.
somebody,
I
yeah.
don't know.
I'm gonna tell you this.
It kind of depends on your situation too. If you were down and out, okay,
that's different though. That's different.
That's different.
Obviously,
Yeah.
that's
Nah,
different.
we talking about y'all both work. Yeah, y'all both work, and she like, nah, I'm gonna pay 100%.
That's a sugar mama.
Right. That would be.
Yeah, I wouldn't
You
even.
would feel
I feel less of a man like that. Word. But wait, hold on.
Bro,
I got one for you, Ricky.
I'm gonna tell y'all like this.
But wait, hold on. I got one for you.
All right, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, go ahead, finish what you're saying. I'll say what I gotta say next. No, I was gonna say, go ahead.
I don't like going out to eat, letting my girl pay.
Right.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, yeah.
But guess what? Mine will do it in a heartbeat. I'm like,
She will. She will.
Right. I'm like,
but
right.
I don't like it.
Right.
I'd be like,
So
okay.
when they come and put the thing on the table, does she ever reach for it?
Yeah, plenty of times.
So get out my hand and all.
I believe it.
No, I don't.
So do you pay the bill when she pays the tip?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's with yeah, right.
All right, well, that's still
But it's not about to be like, well, yeah, but I don't think like, you gotta understand, right? There's gonna
not
be
all the time though.
It's gonna be a breed of gentlemen that is just like, they don't care.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So going back to that, Rick, are there times that she decides to take you out?
Mm.
Oh no!
Hold on, let Danny ask his question.
Go ahead, Danny.
No, I was just gonna say, Rick, would your thought process change if, let's say, you were rich? Like, I'm talking about, like, as far as like still splitting the bills and stuff.
When you say he's
Would
rich,
you still?
Yeah.
Would you still? Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm talking about just him.
Or are we
her. No, I'm just saying you're rich and she's
no,
like.
I would pay for everything.
Yeah. Right.
No, I would pay for
I was
everything.
just yeah, I was just asking. What would that still like? Let's say like back to what if she didn't want to work? Would that still affect it though? Like, would that make her lazy or whatever? Like,
You said don't
in your
want
eyes?
to?
Yeah, like what if she just was like, I'll pay the
Nah,
bills and all that.
you got to do something.
Like, you gotta do something.
So you
OnlyFans.
want her to work, definitely work.
Yeah, you got to do something around here.
Yeah, but what
You ain't
if?
gotta
All right,
work
so
for
if you was
somebody,
rich, and she taking
start a
care of the house and
business.
paying the bills, is that not a job? Because some women
That's a housewife.
No, that ain't no
think that
fucking
is.
job.
Hey,
You can't put that
listen,
on the resume.
Jeff
Can I write
Bezos'
you
wife
off
is
on
the
my
richest
taxes?
woman in the world, and she ain't do nothing for Amazon probably.
I mean, a
Just
lot
saying.
of rich millionaires' wives is like that. They find,
That's
but guess
a
what?
good
Some of
point.
them after a while they find their niche.
But my point to you is, can I write that off on my taxes? You staying at home, taking care of the family and all that.
Hell no.
Is that a tax write off?
Yeah.
Right.
You wasn't with me shooting in the gym.
Now, if I could write it off
But
on the
women viewers
taxes,
gonna
then
hate
yeah,
you, Marcus.
you could do that. If I can't write it off on the
Sorry.
taxes, nah, you got to do something around here.
Nah,
Makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
nah, you're
I
not
think
right.
that's
Not
part
wrong.
of you. You got to figure that out. That's part of a relationship. Like you not about to you got to figure something out. Like what you like to do, something. What do you want to do?
Don't nobody want to be in no relationship with no bum anyway.
Right.
Some people don't care.
That's true.
Some people don't care.
Yeah,
That's why I mean I've never been with a girl that just didn't want to
So
work.
does that?
Like nothing. Like that's weird to me.
Oh yeah. You got to match the hustle mentality.
Yeah.
right.
Want somebody
I
to match
mean,
that?
I've seen people like that. I've never been with one, but I've
Come up with some ideas,
something. So, besides the bills, then do y'all think chivalry is dead, more or less? Is that still a thing? Have you ever been chivalrous and it's backfired? I'll give you an example.
Of course.
Yesterday or the day before, just the funniest thing ever too. Actually, I
Watch
went to Wendy's, got breakfast from Wendy's, and on my way out,
Don't say the name. They ain't paying us.
so on my way out of there, I opened the door and a woman was coming in, and I held the door for her, and she was like, "No, it's okay, I got it."
She probably thought you wanted to talk to her.
Well, listen, look where you at.
You
in New York.
I closed the door, and then she looked at me. She said, "Yeah, I'm an independent woman," and then opened the door back.
Right.
Just
she
like,
said, "Boo boo."
I was just like, "What does that mean?"
That's a New York chick.
And I'm like, wow, that's just.
It's better than out here, though.
I had
Bro,
the same
listen.
incident at my homegirl's store, and I walked in and I held the door for her homegirl. She was a couponer, so she had like a shopping cart full of shit. So I held the door for her, and she gave me like, you remember the old school Jamie Foxx beatbox, the like she looked me up and down. I'm like, so my homegirl looked at me like, Marcus, don't. I'm like, yo, but she just like, I ain't trying to flirt with you. Like, I'm just holding, like, I got respect for women. I'm holding the door for you because you got 2 shopping carts. I'm not trying to talk to you. You're not even that cute.
And that's crazy how that can be misconstrued in that way.
Right. But I think it's always going to be dead. It's just,
Also, you think it's dead?
It's always going to be dead to a certain extent. It's
To a
going to be
certain
dead. It's going to be dead, but you have the masses that will never understand. Will never understand it. Let me say that.
So what about
Bless you.
Excuse me. Thank you.
I'll give you some examples of one, like walking on the street side of the sidewalk.
Yo, I don't play that shit, bro.
That's something you still do?
Yes.
Yeah, I still do that.
All right.
Yeah,
but that's I'm gonna say that you can't say it's dead if that's something I still do.
Well,
I don't think a lot of
my
people.
world, it ain't dead. But
I mean, there's little things that like.
But when I mean by dead, I mean from doing stuff like you said, opening the door for a stranger, little stuff like that. You know, letting somebody in on the train or whatever the case may be. I've been in an incident where I found a woman's wallet, and she told me I stole her wallet, and told the cops that. Listen, this how karma work, right, on her behalf. She called the cops. The cop come. This was one of my stores I used to run. She called the cops, and she was mixed, either Spanish or something. He came back there. He's a black dude. He said, "You found a wallet?" I said, "Yes, sir." He shook my hand and said, "I'll see you later." Now, this is why he said, "I'll see you later," because she was so nasty of a person that he knew I didn't do it. I found the lady. I found your wallet. I purposely put it on camera so when you come back to find your wallet, you know where it's at. She left it in the back of the store, and a kid found it in the shopping cart, actually. "Oh, you stole my wallet." I'm like, "Ma'am, I work here. What are you talking about?" She's cursing me out left and right. Cop shook my hand and said, "All right, sir, you have a good day." I said, "You have a good day too."
Dang.
Right, little stuff like that. Like, I mean,
I don't think it's dead. I just think that a lot of people wasn't brought up to know about it or
That's
taught.
true.
Yeah.
I mean,
They
how
just
many
don't
people?
give a fuck no more.
How many people do you know about which side of the sidewalk to walk on?
That's true.
When you walk down the street tomorrow, look how many people are on the wrong side of the street.
Yo, remember, I think we was FaceTiming, and I think I told y'all that it was a young couple, young kid too. And I stopped my truck, and I said, "Yo," I said, "You doing the right thing?" He was like, "Yeah." I said, "I see you," because he actually was on the right side. He was young. I don't even think they was probably even in their 20s. They probably was teenagers.
Right.
So
I get there's little things that we don't do anymore. Like, if it's raining, I'm not putting my jacket over a puddle for you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, my jacket costs more than your shoes. I'm not doing that.
Like, you better ballerina skip right over that thing, right? Like, that's not happening. But like, I'll open a door or
I open doors.
Pull out your chair when you're about to sit down, stuff like that.
All right, so okay, so I got a question for you. So have y'all seen it to where an incident where y'all wanted to say something regarding
to a stranger?
Yes.
Nah.
What you felt a certain way about it? Like, for instance, I seen a pregnant woman carrying groceries and her husband working, and there was nothing wrong with it.
Nah. See, I won't say nothing because you don't know how.
Right.
But yeah, I've seen it and be like, "That's fucked up."
Yeah.
I don't think there's nothing wrong with him. He looked.
This probably wasn't something wrong with him. He was probably just a bum.
He was just And it ate me up inside. I really wanted to say something, but I was like,
I get it.
I was working one day, and it was his family on. It was a wife, a husband, and like 3 kids, and they must have been shopping in the city because they had mad bags. She was pushing the stroller with the bags, and the husband was just walking free.
I've seen that.
Like, damn.
I've seen that.
So
it happens.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna say nothing though, because you never know how people are gonna take it,
right?
And how the situation is elevated because you was trying to be Captain Saberho.
Yeah, a knight in shining armor or something. Right. Yeah.
Come on, kids, come with me.
Yeah, nah. You on your own, shorty. You picked this life, not me.
And in turn too, a lot of women probably don't even know what those chivalrous acts are because they haven't been treated that way before.
And I think that's what part of the thinking you flirting with them comes in. No, I'm not flirting with you, man. I'm just holding the door.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Now, I've ran into a funny situation where I used to work at a furniture store. The husband and wife bought some furniture. They was bringing a U-Haul around and popped the back of the U-Haul open. The husband's sitting in the car, and I'm just like, okay. And the wife's like, come on, bring me the sofa. And I'm like, I'm looking like, she was eager to do it, but he had gotten into an accident at work, so I understood. He could tell when I kept looking at her, and I'm looking at him. I'm like, he in the van, she in a U-Haul. I'm like, what's going on? And he got in an accident, but that shit was funny as hell.
Oh man.
Are y'all opening car doors?
Yeah. It ain't consistent like it was, but once in a
Yeah, I
while.
would say it's not consistent, but it happens.
Oh, okay. All right.
Definitely not.
It's nice. Oh, you open the door and then she'll reach over and open yours.
I mean, if she passed the test, she's a keeper. You know, we all know that.
They get emotional. She get emotional about it sometimes.
About you not opening the door?
Once in a blue, just make a little joke, and I'd be like, "Damn, you right. Let me tighten up." But it's my fault because I used to do it. So it's being consistent. Honestly,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Comfortable
Yeah.
too.
I mean, we get so caught up in everything. It's hard to be.
Right.
I'm not gonna say it's hard to be consistent, but we forget to be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all consider yourselves jealous? Do y'all
I
get
used to
jealous?
be when I was younger.
I never was. So
Jealous.
I'm not gonna
Yeah,
say.
yeah.
Nah.
What you mean by that?
If you think about it, like you jealous of somebody or something they have or
No. We talking
No. I'm
about
talking about
relationship jealous.
All right, you're gonna have to elaborate, sir. What do you mean?
If you walk into a store to meet your girl and you see some guy talking to her, are you gonna get mad and try to confront him and get
Not jealous, but you got to be alert. I mean,
Alert.
You gotta assert your dominance more or less?
nah, you just got to be alert because I've done that before. I wasn't jealous. I've done that before, and the dude was gay with his husband, and I'm just like, all right, that shit was weird. So you just gotta,
You came over super masculine. What up, Marcus? He's like, hey.
The crazy part was they both bigger than me. That's the crazy part. But nah, they wasn't.
Oh, they was them juicy smoothie.
Right.
Big guys. Got it.
Yeah. But nah, just alert. You got to be alert. What'd you say, Dan?
I was gonna say I feel like you can't. Like I feel
Are
like
you a
that
jealous
was doing
person, Danny?
Nah.
Like if you
Just
like
depends.
every time you're going out and
No, I'm not gonna sit up here and be like all over you, like, yo, who you talking to and all that. I feel like that would just start mad relationship problems. Like, imagine if your girl, everything, like you talking to the help, and she like, well, who's that bitch? Like,
that's insecurity issues. Too. Right. It's my mother. God damn. Like,
Yeah, it's my mother.
like yeah,
That
I
happens.
find it in the
I
store,
mean,
like,
when I was younger, I'll keep it a buck. When I was younger, I was a little jealous, but nowadays it's like I don't give a fuck.
You ain't going nowhere.
Yeah, it is what it is. Like whatever.
you gotta be
Either you ain't
confident
going
with what
nowhere
you
or
built.
let him have you.
let it happen. You'll be back.
Let him deal with that headache.
Yeah, right.
He'll see.
Right.
10 minutes into the conversation, you'll be back.
Do y'all think a little bit of jealousy is healthy though?
I mean, yeah, a little bit.
Some women
like that.
Some women like that.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I can see
I
that.
don't know about all
That's
that.
that's part of your alpha maleism, I guess I can say. Is that a word?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't be just strolling through like nothing phase you. That shit ain't gonna be good that ain't gonna be good for the long run.
That's true. I mean, so I guess so. If a woman likes a guy who's jealous and insecure to some aspect, do you think that is some sign of a struggle on her end?
You said a woman likes a nigga that's insecure.
Yeah, like if a woman wants to, because some women like guys to be on top of them, check on them, want to go through their phone, or want to They want to feel
I
that
think
dominance.
I think that's a sign that she has been in a toxic relationship for a long time, and that's all she fucking knows.
Or she don't know what she want. She don't have no backbone.
That too.
Yeah, I can see the backbone, but
That ain't no relationship. That's just you
that's a warden.
right.
Phone check, nigga.
Right.
Nah.
So how do y'all go about I guess dealing with, well, maybe not specifically, but how would y'all go about dealing with a woman with different types of struggles, insecurities, and walls?
What kind of struggles we talking about here?
Mental.
Yeah, I
It
wouldn't
depend
say
on
physical.
How long we been in this relationship?
right. It depend on the length of the yeah.
In the beginning, okay, so getting to say you're getting to know someone new, and you're dating them, and they have like serious abandonment issues or issues with opening up and breaking down those walls.
I'm sorry to say, but I'm gonna add to the abandonment issues because
Hey, what old girl said? Ain't nobody got time for that.
I'm gonna abandon your ass right from the jump.
Got time for that.
I mean, that kind of shows you why you have abandonment issues, though, right? You pushing motherfuckers away and you feel abandoned because everybody keeps leaving.
It's crazy how
Listen,
that circle
and
goes, though, right?
those be the ones that the people in their circle when they get happy they be questioning them like, you sure?
I mean, do
Yeah.
you want to take on that headache and trials and tribulations of breaking down the walls of a person who has abandonment issues and serious issues? I don't know.
I mean, if that's their only issue, more or less.
Yeah, but how deep are they? Like,
Who they are? Erica Badu?
I mean, it is kind of more of a broad question, though. But I mean, there's a lot
I
of
put
people
it to you
who.
like this: you got to be a real dope ass chick in order for me to be like, all right, I'm gonna try to dig this one out and stick around, and because that's a lot, bro.
Because everybody comes with their issues or with their baggage and with their their past.
Yeah,
There's a difference between baggage and a suitcase.
yeah, facts. Do you got a check bag or carry
You got a
on?
check bag, you got a duffel,
So
pulley.
people who I guess have those certain type of walls or whatever, that's like a red flag to y'all, a big red flag, or that's a
To a certain extent.
yeah.
Yeah, to a certain extent, that might be like a 2 red flag for me. Like, is this really gonna be worth it? You dealt with it? What did you do?
Yeah. Nah, my ex girl, Marcus and Cliff, nah, she was like, she had mad issues, bro. Like,
How
it was
long you stay
bad.
with him?
4 years. That's why Cliff laughed.
Oh,
Yeah, it was bad, bro.
It's just the way he said it was bad.
It was bad.
Cliff,
4 years.
Cliff was there. Bro, yeah, it was bad. And then, like,
Yeah.
it was
diploma.
All right, so
I didn't even,
let me ask you this question.
that was a high.
Yep. Graduated diploma.
Let me ask you this question, Danny. You spent 4 years dealing with this, all these red flags. What you get out of it?
Nothing.
Knowing what not to do.
A bunch of regret,
Knowing
bro.
what not to do.
I mean, but sometimes you can feel like you can save them or pull them through,
listen,
and then
I was waiting for one of y'all to say that. Listen, when you first get into it, you're not a therapist. You don't go in a mindset of being a therapist, right? Right. You going in, oh, she's cute, blah, 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 we talk, we have a good convo, blah, blah, blah. But you're not about to be like, oh, she cute, if she got daddy issues, I'm going to try to help her. No, what? Ain't nobody thinking like that.
some people do. Like, I'm gonna
Nah,
prove to her.
ain't no way. Ain't no way.
I'm gonna
Yo,
change her perspective on all men. Like you
it's a
never
lot of
know.
Captain Saber hoes out here, bro.
Nah, right. Nah,
And then try to change her perspective and then leave her right after.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Nah, nah.
That's true.
Like,
So what
like I'm
about like other stress issues like anxiety or bipolarness, stuff like that?
anxiety. I could deal with anxiety. Bipolar.
Damn, how you go
How
from
crazy are
anxiety
you?
to bipolar? That's too.
I mean, anxiety, depression, bipolar. It's
I
all.
mean,
I guess. All right.
I feel
they
like I
all
dealt with
in
that
the
too.
bags.
How long we talking?
Yeah.
How, lo- how
And
long we
you had
talking?
you
It
had
could
10
be.
red flags, Danny, and you just stood around for 4 years, huh?
He stood just like that. How he
Bruh,
is now.
I was in denial, bro. I was in denial.
Oh yeah, that's what usually happens. But what did you learn from it? Did you know not what to do in the next one? Is what I'm saying.
Oh yeah, yeah,
It's almost
definitely,
like you're
definitely.
not going to keep going back to the same. Right? You're not going to keep going back. I mean, you have people that do go to back to the same
Yeah.
traits, just a different person. But it's like you're not learning nothing. What did you learn from the last one? You gonna keep finding the same type of people?
All right, so I put it to you like this, Danny.
Nah,
You said you was in this 4 years, and all you got out of it was regret. But really, in a sense, what you got out of it was
A lesson.
you got a life lesson. You learned what you liked and what you didn't like, and you found somebody totally opposite of what that was, and married that person.
Right.
So it ain't really no regrets there, man. Don't live life with
yeah, nah,
regrets.
that's a fact. That's
That's
a fact.
true.
Yeah, there's no
Only
regret.
life
Yeah,
lesson
yeah, you're right.
experiences, man.
Well, you put it that way. I'm talking about
Dropping
in regrets
gems.
to. I feel like
And I mean,
if I would have handled it better and um and recognized it earlier, you know what I mean?
I mean, you was young though. You ain't gonna recognize that shit when you young.
Right. You ain't gonna
Niggas
be
don't see
perfect. You
that.
ain't gonna
Niggas
be
don't see none
perfect.
of that type of shit
15 years
when we
old, bro.
yeah.
You trying to smack
and so
cheeks? Fuck all that
so
other
what if the
bullshit.
person does display um like the anxiety, depression, all that, but you know they're actively working on themselves,
How
going
long
to
we talk? How,
therapy,
how
or
long we talking?
this is more or less in the beginning of the relationship. It doesn't matter.
You've been working on this shit since you was 6, or
Oh, you mean how long they've been working on it?
How
yeah,
long they
yeah.
been working on it? How long have you been in
Let's
that
say they went
relationship?
through some emotional trauma in their teens or as a child.
And how long you been with them and we
God
know
forbid the
this?
person got raped or molested or something
Right.
of that aspect, and they're trying to grow and learn from it. And they're, I mean, okay, if the person, what I'm trying to say is, if the person's working on themselves, does that make a bit of a change in your mind?
Absolutely. As long as you're making a conscious decision
Effort.
to better yourself and further
Right.
yourself and do better, then yeah, all right, we cool.
Right. But if you making decisions where it's negative decisions and it ain't
Yeah,
getting no better, then
right,
it's
right, 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 right.
you need some more help, and I might not be the one that can help you.
Yeah. Well, do you, I think depression and anxiety somewhat go hand in hand,
Yeah.
if that's the case?
Yeah. You
Yes,
right. Yeah.
yeah, absolutely.
Because I mean, I guess everyone struggles from some sort of depression or anxiety. I guess in some aspect.
Right.
It all depends on just, I guess, how they display it and how they go about
Showing it.
working on it. Yeah, showing on it. Because I mean, it's all a reflection of, I mean, unless you're completely just living in the present, living in the now, only in the moment, then it's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're depressed, you're living in the past. And then if you're anxious, you're afraid of the future. So it's like the only way to really find that
Okay.
peace is to find some space in the middle.
Okay,
Steve
Professor
Harvey, I
Cliff.
see
Right.
you.
Okay.
I
Okay.
see you.
Okay, sir. I see you.
Nah, but you're right though. You're right though. And depression is that's one of them things. I feel I'm like you said, we all probably been depressed or anxiety, but depression is like it's I figured my depression out without anybody. It was just probably me and God. I figured it out on my own. Cause I didn't have
Okay.
nobody, and I'm not saying like I wasn't vulnerable. Like, hey, everybody, I'm depressed, but it's just something I feel like I had to figure out on my own. Like I feel like I got myself here, and now it's time to dig myself out, type of
Mhm.
Right.
situation. Now, granted, if somebody came along and uh wanted to help me, all right, then cool. I probably would have, accepted that. But I felt like I put myself in that depression state. I had to
I
dig
get that.
myself out. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Same with anxiety. Like, shit, I still struggle from anxiety. Like, um, and
So,
I'm learning how to deal with certain stuff. You know,
when you went through your depression, was you in a relationship?
now I was out of one.
Okay,
I was by myself and just in a dark ass place. And
gotcha.
I think it's one of the things where I think that's part of finding yourself.
Mm.
Um,
Okay,
like it's cool to rely on people, but you need to rely on yourself first. Like love yourself first. You need to rely on yourself first because that person you rely on for therapy or whatever, what if they not there? You're gonna lose your mind. Then you're gonna really be anxious, right?
so in other words, you're saying don't go into a relationship damaged.
That's impossible though.
Kind of,
Not
sorta,
impossible, but it's tough.
kind of,
Is it?
sorta,
Is it?
kind of, sorta.
Is
But you gotta find. I feel like you need to find
okay.
yourself.
Let
You
me
need to find
rephrase
your.
that.
You need to find yourself first before you jump deep into something else.
Let me
Because,
rephrase that.
go ahead.
Not damaged. Come into a relationship where you have where you are actively working on yourself and fixing your damaged aspects of
Right,
yourself.
right,
Yes.
right, right,
I agree
right,
with that
right, right.
completely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Most definitely, most definitely. Because the dark place I was in, I wasn't dealing with nobody, bro. There's no. I would
Okay.
have been. I would have been toxic love. Hell no.
And that's
But
probably the reason there are a lot of toxic relationships because you have two damaged people who are trying to keep it together and be in a positive relationship when they don't even know how to be positive with themselves.
right,
Yeah.
and right. That's how I feel, and that's how I feel.
That
My
that
end
reminds me of
result.
a painting that I saw. It was I forgot where I was at, but the painting was pretty much of two puzzles trying to put each other together.
Mm.
Mm,
And it was just like it was deep in the aspect that like if you're not really put together yourself, can you help someone else?
no,
Or is that going to damage you in the
right,
long run?
right. That's how, and that's how, right,
Yeah.
and that's how I felt at the end. And I still reflect on it to this day. It's been years. It's been 10 plus years, but I still reflect on the day. I'm like, well, damn. Imagine if I didn't help myself. Like, where would I be? What type of person would I be? What type of father would I be? What type of husband would I be? You see what I'm
That's
saying? Like,
true.
I feel like even with arguing, like I argue with people different. Everything is different because like you need to find yourself. You need to find how to calm yourself down. You need to find it's all type of things you need to work on yourself because the worst thing that you could be in the middle of is arguing with somebody and they tell you to calm down. What? Why are you gonna
Mm.
tell me to calm down and we both arguing? Like that's just gonna add more fuel to the flame, right? So I
Yeah.
feel like both parties gotta find themselves and find peace and find like a boundary of not to explode and just even a regular argument because sometimes we argue over the most stupidest shit,
Of
right?
course.
And that be the
Yeah.
most explosive ones. You be like, damn, we just argued over some fucking iced tea. Like,
Hmm.
like what? Like,
Now
it
y'all
be
ready to break up?
right, right. Now you ready to break up. She might want to try to throw something, just stupid stuff. But I feel like you gotta like find your way. Like it's cool for therapists, you know, shrink or whatever you want to call them, or just having somebody to talk to. But sometimes, for the most part, you might need to just find your own way. Find your own way of healing, right?
So
Find your own way to get out of that argument or not to argue.
I got an interesting question for you behind that too. Do you think being an introvert or an extrovert uh, can help, or like there's different ways of finding your way, or
Yeah, because you know I'm a Scorpio, so I'm an introvert. I'm an introvert, right? Yeah, I'm an introvert. So
yeah,
I'm a loner. I could go walk in the park by myself. I could go walk the beach by myself. I done been to the movies by myself.
All right, so I got a funny story.
It felt weird though, but it's actually therapeutic. Believe it or not, to go to the movies by yourself.
yeah,
I when I took Chantel to Cancun for her birthday, we had the hotel. It was her birthday. She's an introvert. Me not thinking. I'm like, oh, trying to give her, a nice birthday or whatever. So I'm telling everybody it's her birthday, so we get shots and all that type of shit. Bro, we got back to the room the next day. She like, no, she waited till we got home. She was like, yo, don't ever do that to me on my birthday again. I'm like, damn, I didn't even think about that. I was just
Yeah,
trying to show you a good time.
right. And it affect
So,
people
do you
differently.
consider yourself an extrovert then?
Yes and no.
Okay.
It depends on the situation.
As far as a scale, which direction you feel like you might lean more?
I'm a, I really think it depends on the situation.
Okay.
You know what I think it depends on before you answer the Cliff? I
Mm-hmm.
think it depends on your lifestyle, your job, your family,
It can.
that all right, because I ain't like people. I couldn't stand people. I don't talk to me.
Hmm.
Thank God for headphones. You see what I'm
Right.
saying? But once you get kids and once you start working customer service or whatever the
You
case may
got it.
be,
Yeah.
you got to
It
be
it,
an extrovert.
That's
it just
like
depends
I
on
would
where
call
you are.
myself well, I guess I kind of called myself an extroverted introvert.
Right,
Yeah.
So it's like at my core, I'm an introvert, but I'm
right,
very good at parties, very good at customer service, very good
right,
at.
Right.
But
Right.
in turn, that is draining. That takes a
right,
lot of energy,
right. Because
and
you gotta. My man put on the Ric Flair. What? This nigga
he
got
put on a
rolled.
Ric Flair robe and disappeared.
Nigga put on the Ric Flair roll.
Oh
God,
man,
Nah, I think that's a good way to sum up me.
you
Like
good, Ric Flair?
I could be an extrovert,
in proper
work
setting.
purposes and stuff like that. But I'm a yeah. That's a great
You
way to
need to.
sum it up.
You
Like
need to be.
one thing that I like to
Right.
do also, I do like to also take maybe not solo trips. I'm not even gonna lie. I go to the spa. I get mani pedi by myself. I will go to Atlantic City by myself, the Poconos,
Right.
just for like a day or two of reflection and personal introspection and looking, just with no noise, no nothing, and it's like that's how I
Peaceful.
recharge. It's
You need.
peaceful,
So
Right. You.
and
does
in my
that
mind,
help
I'm
your
like,
relationship?
listen, I have to do this for me so I can be better for you
Right.
in the long run.
Okay.
Right. Then if
You know,
are you an introvert or extrovert? Introvert is you don't want to be by yourself. You're a loner.
like a extrovert would be a person who gets more energy out of being in a crowd, being around
Social
people. That's their
butterfly.
environment. Yeah, the social butterfly.
He a DJ, so he an introvert.
I never been. Yeah, I've been in a relationship my whole life.
God damn, boy.
I mean, you have, but
That boy, Pastor Danny.
I never really took time for myself. Like maybe like a couple months after high school and stuff.
That man
mm,
said a couple months, like it was a vacation. Just a couple
Nah, but I
months.
was on left before.
Turned
I
up,
was left before. I was always down.
turned up till you saw the apple in your eye.
So, do you prefer being in a relationship? You saying like you is it that you feel like you need to be in a relationship?
Nah, I need to be out there all the time.
Okay. Do you think if you was single, you would be?
Oh, by us? Oh,
Nah, I ain't talking.
Nah, not by us. Not by us. That's why he put the robe on, because he got to do a Floyd real quick. He got to do a shoulder
that was
roll real quick.
that was good. I feel like we. But nah, I feel like we covered a lot. We got there's of course a lot more within this realm that we could touch and discuss on, but I guess we should do this in a future episode as well.
Yeah, we can pick this up in part two. Maybe bring some women on the show to give us a woman perspective of all the topics that we covered.
Yeah.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Tune in for part two. Until next time.
This has been the 4K podcast.
Oh, yeah.